So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week number 9 of the B Graders. I'm back from holiday. We're here at Sweet Remedy, and we've got plenty to talk about, I guess.
There's a little bit to talk about, Matt. You know, it's been a reasonably big week in cycling because of a couple of things that have happened. We've had Amstel Gold.
We had Phil Gilbert.
Footballer.
How well has he gone since he
Great
stopped
bike
paying
rider.
for the bike? And Mike Wazowski. That's what I'm going to call him anyway.
Wasn't he in Monsters Inc?
He was in Monsters Inc. Mikhail Katowski ran second and thought he had it won. Too much looking behind the seat. But Wazowski, he said I was beaten by a great champion, so he didn't feel bad about running second.
Bit of an argument to say that Philippe Gilbert, probably has had one of the better, if not the best springs of anyone, including Van Avermaet.
Well, they'd be on an even par, wouldn't they, really? Like,
You can't argue. I mean,
he's having the biggest comeback to a career of pretty much anybody. But unfortunately, he's a Flèche Wallonne champion, he's a Liège-Bastogne-Liège champion. He's not riding.
No, he injured himself, fell off and split his kidney.
Broke himself in the Amstel Gold.
But you know why he's winning. Small contract, big win bonuses.
That's what they're saying. They're
big
saying
win
race
bonuses,
for your money.
I better win.
Yep.
So he does.
And the fact that Quick-Step haven't really had anyone win anything big for a few years, that's also another big plus.
Makes a massive difference.
Very big plus.
He would have made them all very happy winning Flanders, that's for sure.
That's right. And in the women, Anna van der Breggen, apparently
she won that.
She won the Amstel Gold.
Not
to be mistaken for anybody else we may have thought had won it, but she won it. Anna van der Breggen.
Small group away, couple of Bales Domans riders in that group. She actually soloed off the front, time trialled to the win on her own, and they let her go with her teammate Lizzie Deignan finishing second, sitting on the bunch, armchair ride to the finish and wins the sprint.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
Anyway,
we got a couple of races coming up this week over there. We've got Flèche Wallonne, or as I like to call it, Felch Wallonne. It's my favourite Ardennes classic because it finishes up the wall of Huy, the Mur de Huy. It was won by Cadell Evans.
By the way, we're actually in a live cafe and it's school holidays, so if there's a little bit of background music,
you can hear it.
Like kids screaming at who didn't get the cupcake. It's quite humorous when we're singing.
It is. So we've got Flèche Wallonne coming up this week,
and Phil Gilbert's not going to win.
He's not going to win it. He's not racing. But one person who might win the women's Flèche Wallonne is our own Jessica Allen.
Happy birthday!
It's her birthday the other day, and she spent her birthday on a plane flying from Italy to Belgium so that she could ride this race.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
But she got a cake.
She makes
a cake.
She doesn't.
Makes a good cake.
Makes a good cake. And after that, we've got Liège, and I think you've got the usual suspects in the men's for these races, the Ardennes Classics, the Dan Martins, the...
Well, you always get that one rider who sort of pops out of nowhere. You haven't sort of like, everyone's talked about this bloke and this bloke and this bloke, and then all of a sudden...
someone surprisingly comes up.
Like the little Spanish guy who won it the other year and who I can't think of the name of now. So,
but you've always...
Paulini, he suddenly popped up out of nowhere when no one thought he could do it. So you might see that, but then again, somebody who's gone a little bit quiet since a very good start to the season, and a man who can win these races standing on his ear, Alejandro Valverde.
Yeah, he goes okay. He did all right at the Tour of Catalunya.
Yeah.
And you've got the
other... And
Scarponi.
First win in 6 years the other day.
He ain't going to be at the Ardennes, is he?
I know, but he's going to be the man at the Giro d'Italia because Aru's out.
That's
it. So Scarponi for the Giro this year.
Interesting to see.
Doesn't have to play second fiddle to anyone for the first time in years. So you wait and see. It's the year of the Indian summer for all the old blokes.
He's getting paid well to be second fiddle, so he's not complaining.
Tom
Tom Boonan's finished. He won't be at the Ardennes.
No,
he might be driving a car.
Might be in the beer tent.
He'd probably be in the beer tent.
Possibly.
Yeah, that is true. So
I was away.
Coming up. You were away.
I was away last week. I was having a lovely time. I met Mickey Mouse at Disneyland, and then I got the opportunity to go and call the World Track Cycling Championships for the UCI. A friend of ours made a comment about me not being able to work in an iron lung, and I'm not going to doubt that, but I wasn't work. It was fantasy camp. I was at the Worlds calling bike racing. You just can't get better. Now, a few things to point out about the Worlds. You guys who were lucky enough to have Foxtel, because it was geo-blocked on YouTube because it was on Foxtel. I watched the Cam Meyer show.
He was fairly good.
I watched the Cam Meyer show. Like, I'm biased, Australia, blah, 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 West Australia. But Cam Meyer won the points race the same way you would see an elite level or elite category, like an A-grade senior, race against an under-17 bunch. He absolutely played with
It
them.
was a destruction of monumental proportions, and that's coming off being one of the two strongest riders in the four-man team's pursuit. Him and Sammy Welsford, another good WA boy.
I'll tell you what, if you get a chance to go back and watch the video of the team's pursuit world title in the final, they did a great qualifier. They nearly got the world record. They caught the Great Britain team. So people are saying they went around the outside, and that's because that meant they didn't get it. But then again, they had the Great Britain team to chase and all that sort of stuff. So yin and yang. But Welsford does a 3-lap turn in the final.
He had to because
young Nick Ulyris swung up a little bit early, so Welsford did a 3-lap turn.
3-lap turn, and if you watch his ride in the Omnium, particularly in the elimination race, it was a masterclass.
I got to call the last couple of laps of that because you're not allowed to do any commentary for the elimination. You just got to call the riders out. I was very proud to be able to call Sammy as the winner in that one. As far as the girls go, Amy Cure, Tasmania's own, 6 World Track Championships she has now medalled in, and I don't mean 6 pursuits or 6 teams pursuits. She has won a medal in 6 different events on the velodrome. No other female cyclist has ever done that. And now she's done it mainly because she had 5 already, and then they ran the Madison for the first time ever for the women this year.
It was a really good race.
It was a very, very good bike race.
They struggled to stay upright though, didn't they?
A couple did, but the Belgian team, their changes were as good as any men's 6-day team you've ever liked to see.
The Irish changes, on the other hand, not so good.
It depends how you're grading. If you're grading on technicality of how you ended up at the bottom of the track, they were very good.
They ended up at the bottom on their butts.
It's 3 of the best sprinters in the world. Francois Purvis won his 4th 1,000-metre time trial championship.
And he did it so easily.
He was just superb. He looks magnificent, like man crush on that body of Francois Purvis. But Denis Dimitriev won the sprint. He never looked like getting beaten. He went in as a form sprinter. He never looked like getting beaten. Very good ride though. Harry Van Leeuwen. Look it up. Anyway, Harry got second, and he was absolutely superb. But one of the best wins, Azul Hasni Awang from Malaysia. After 10 years of trying, after winning silver medals, bronze medals, World Cups, he won the world title, gave one of the best speeches afterwards, just saying he was world champion. That was absolutely superb. Australian girls in the TP were absolutely superb. Ashan Kudarov, Amy Cure, Beck Wysack and Alexandra Manley missed out on winning the... That's right, on the women's TP, but they missed out because America had this rider called Chloe Dygert. Now, Chloe Dygert missed the world individual pursuit record by
by a
so
bee's
close.
Genitalia. It was so close. And she did a 2 or 3 lap turn to bring him back.
It was like, just hang on to Chloe's wheel. Nothing against the rest of the USA team, they were superb. But she was just on another planet.
She was on another planet. And speaking of another planet, going back to Cam Meyer, he is now ranked 4th on the all-time medal list for track medals.
So you got Arnaud Tonant, you got Koichi Nakano, who incidentally I shared a lift with, and then you've got Chris Hoy.
Sir Chris Hoy.
Who
was just on Top Gear, by the way.
He slays dragons, apparently.
Apparently he's got a sword. It's a big sword.
Got a big sword, slays dragons. They were really good. Who else?
That's the 4th.
That's pretty much... No, that's the list. I'm just thinking about worlds. Big hi to my co-commentator. Is a guy over there called Ed Con from Hong Kong. Absolute legend of a bloke. But really good time. Big thanks to Great Big Events, who was the production company behind the scenes. Guy Wilson and Lauren Sparks was the producer. Great bunch.
That's all well and good for the world. We all love the track. We don't have a track in Perth at the moment. It's getting fixed.
No, it's getting fixed.
And encourage you to get out there.
I don't want you causing controversy unnecessarily,
Matthew.
I'm
not trying to, but get out there once it's fixed and make sure we use it. Otherwise, we could lose it, like New South Wales may be losing theirs.
Wow, they're not going to lose it. They're just going to shut the door and let it rust, unfortunately. Termites will get in.
Now, coming up, Matt, a couple of things coming up this weekend. West Coast Vets, Colin Rossiter Memorial. Those of you who remember Colin, he died a couple of years back. We run this race every year in his honour. It's the last crit of the year. They generally have a sausage sizzle. It's really a good day around Kewdale. It's a course most people can get round. The racing's normally pretty good. Get out and support that if you want to race and you're over 35. We've got the Rotary Tour of Blackwood coming up this weekend. It is a fundraiser for rural youth. Get on the web and have a look at that. And coming up, Matt, the Psycho Sports tour of Batam, 6 bridges of Batam. There's a team coming over from WA. I'll be riding that, a bunch of us.
Sorry, folks, I'll keep coughing.
We'll be going over. You know, get on the website, come up and have a ride. It's on the 13th of May, a really good event. Support those who support us, and they're looking after us pretty well.
So this is next week. We've got the 10-year party, the 10 episode birthday celebration of the show next week. www.matt@iinet.net.au.
You can forget the www because that's not an email address. Best matt@iinet.net.
But it's written there.
Yeah, Adam f***ed up. So sorry, can't use that word.
Beep. But it's there. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it for this week, and we'll see you next. Cheers.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks to all the kids for screaming in the background this week. But it's school holidays.
Who doesn't love school holidays?
Did you go to the Lego movie with your boy this morning? How
Lego
was
movie.
it? Was it the Batman Lego movie?
My kids are too old to want to go that with their dad. They don't want to do anything with their dad. Didn't even want to go and get an ice cream yesterday.
I'll go to the Batman Lego movie with you if you want.
Okay, you're on.
Okay, we're going to
Cheers.
the Batman. See you later.